going to delete me. Okay, good. Woo! The icon like turns like yellow, and it warns you like Facebook is about to delete you. So, yeah, Facebook is serious. I was telling Dante that yesterday. Is it Dante or Sydney that that Facebook doesn't want to deal with the customer service of like. Serious. I was telling Dante that yesterday. Is it Dante or Sydney?
I always
that,
have a YouTube open.
That Facebook doesn't want to deal with the customer service.
All right, there we go. You guys let me know if you hear another version of me.
All right.
I had a little. There was a little bit of that, but
because we're all day long, it's like, where do I find the panel? Where do I find the panel? And so we just keep like a browser tab open where we can copy paste to do customer service. And then inevitably, when I launch the panel, then I start hearing myself on the other tab.
I was thinking, like, okay, we get it. Facebook doesn't want to do customer service. Like, you said that like 3 times.
You said that already, Brad.
I really hates Facebook. Okay.
Oh man, I thought it's pretty useful. Although I find that you guys find that social media is very much segmented by age. Like Snapchat,
where you're reaching, yeah, sure.
Snapchat people are a certain age. Twitter people are a certain demographic. Facebook people are a certain demographic. Like my daughter won't use Facebook. It's not cool enough to use.
Yeah.
And so she'll Snapchat, but I'm like, I don't get Snapchat. I don't understand. Why does everything disappear? That doesn't.
But it doesn't, as Chris D'Elia found out. Sorry.
So
my God.
Doesn't it warn you if somebody screenshots you? Doesn't it warn you?
Apparently not, because have you seen the clip of the podcast where he finds out that you can save conversations? It's hilarious.
Is it getting recreated right now? Is Brad having the exact same?
Okay, so what am I searching for?
Chris D'Elia podcast Snapchat.
Okay.
You can see his life end. Like he's like, wait, because they're talking about some teacher that was Snapchatting her student or whatever, and how she's like in jail now for 3 years. And he was like, wait, what? He's like, but it was Snapchat. And they're like, yeah, he showed his mom the conversations, and he's like, no, but like it's Snapchat, like that, doesn't that just go away? And he was like, and then this girl in the background's like, oh no, you can save stuff and everything, and he's like, and you can just see his eyes just like, oh shit. People keep playing the Curb Your Enthusiasm music over the end and stuff. It's funny.
So this is it right here then, the Chris D'Elia Snapchat revelation. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll post that in chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
The fans could share that moment.
Yeah.
Do you guys see I added I was trying to do this last night, but then literally everyone just left me. They just, while I started the panel, they're like, oh, hey, Brad's trapped on a panel. They left my phone on a charger across the room. Oh. They left the heat press on. They left all this stuff on the printer. And I was like, wow, thanks, guys.
They've got your back.
So, like, this is some of my night is I got the Team Avatar up, ready to go for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
So much fun. Everyone, welcome back. Welcome to Color World. It's been really cool being able to be part of seeing you guys like get back together. Tell me who was it that started the Twitch streaming that you guys are doing weekly?
Dante.
Me.
Dante.
Yeah, I have a Twitch channel called Honor Society, named in honor of Zuko in the honor, and we just with me and my co-hosts Bridget and Justin, we do a lot of video games, and then when it came back on Netflix, we started to let's watch Avatar, and we've all been in COVID, so it's kind of been a good time just like catch up with Jack and Michaela and just kind of
fun
do a weekly hang. Gray's always busy because she's the busiest woman in the world, but we love Gray. She knows she loves us, but other actors have been able to come and hang out with us. Phil Lamar, Greg Baldwin, Uncle Iro, Jen Hale, come on.
Jenny Kwan came through.
Olivia Hack hanging out.
Olivia Hack is always with us. So it's just kind of like more of us hanging, having a Friday night drink.
Yes.
After watching the show.
I thought I was gonna do it. I feel so bad because I was like, oh, they said we're gonna be doing it during the Color World thing, so can you do it then? And I was like, oh my god, yes, absolutely, I'm there. I'm like totally there. And then so I was ready for today, like to figure out how I was gonna fit it in. And then she's like, and then you sent me a link in my email. I was like, I'm working, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. I'm like, what the hell? Dante like emailing me like a link or something? What? And then she was like, so are you gonna be? And I was like, oh no, that's today. I thought it was tomorrow. I'm sorry. Anyway, but yeah. It's like, so
it's
Dante,
a very
Dante doesn't want to chat. Dante doesn't want to chat with me right now. Oh,
I'm sorry. I just posted a thing on my Instagram saying we're live with the gang right now. So,
oh man!
I just want to throw it out there. Throw it out to the people out there.
Oh man, I love it.
It's a fun hang. It's not a good way to rewatch the series. I had not rewatched it for a very long time, and I was like, "Oh, this is perfect. I'll catch up on it." And I've seen barely any of it.
But it's very meta. It's a very meta way to watch the show.
It is.
Visit the show.
Cover a lot of topics. Related to the show or not. Really.
We go different places. I think we like whatever we talk about conspiracy theories, random math,
man.
all kinds of different things. Fashion, different alcohol drinks that we're drinking. White Claw's a big topic on the show.
Oh god!
But isn't that the best content? I feel like I'm sure some of you guys saw chat last night. They're all like, "Who watches Avatar?" Apparently, nobody on this panel watches Avatar.
I'm gonna tell you.
But like,
if you come to the chat, you will be drunk by the end of it because people just buy you shots for. And we're raising money for charity. We raised over $20,000 for COVID relief, and now we're raising money for the Trevor Project.
Yes,
10,000
LGBTQ. So we're doing good. We did two $10,000 raises for COVID relief, and then for people that need during COVID.
For
so
global giving.
That's awesome.
All from people doing a shot every time.
That and then people
kind of
people
a
have
lot,
money.
Gray. Kind of a lot.
Money for rehab for.
Yeah.
People donate money to represent their nation or kingdom or tribe, water, fire, air.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Fire won last time, but Jack was very into harmony.
I'm proposing that we try to get all of the donations equal so that all 4 nations will finally live in harmony again. But so far it's not happening.
Pipe dream, Jack. Pipe dream.
Okay. Oh, it's Gray. Okay, it was Gray. Is that what it is? She's super
Gray's frozen. Gray's frozen in a laugh. I love it.
I was so scared for you guys.
Screenshot that now.
Okay.
Jack froze.
I've still got it.
Oh no, she came back.
Shaking in your boots. Oh, God,
so good.
We're all
to scare you.
We're all back together in a virtual way.
Oh man. So Jack, is water like? Do you find that like fire, like you just cannot overcome the Fire Nation? Is that? I feel like
no, on those streams, no, we're fine. They won that one time. It's not a big deal. I feel like people. I think it's Dante's stream. Some people like Dante, and people care
it's not his people.
But it's not like I think in the world at large, no, come on.
Do you think? I feel like in the show, I definitely feel like. So I watched a clip of you guys reading comics. There was like somebody had brought an Avatar comic and they like put it on a projector and you guys were all.
Oh yeah. This was maybe at like a Comic-Con one year. We did like a Dark Horse reading. Yeah, cool.
Yes. But I feel like
I was there.
Yeah, I know. I feel like the Water Nation is the fan base there.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, if you look at the first show, it's really the Water Tribe show.
That's the perspective. Yeah.
It's Sokka and Katara's adventure through the land. That's really their show.
But the show is really about Zuko, though. It's not really about Aang. Aang is just the side character to Zuko.
See, but if we're going by that, if we're going by like who are people like really attaching to and following, then it should be Earth Kingdom because the show's mostly about the cabbage merchant.
Yeah.
Until I banished his ass.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That voice is in people's nightmares, Greg.
Yes.
Azula's in my nightmares. For
your nightmares and your wet dreams.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Not saying wrong. Sorry.
Gray, you're so much.
Grey DeLisle's in the house, everybody. Grey DeLisle's.
Hide your children, hide your wife.
Sorry. Hide them all. Oh man, it's so good. It's been like I've been listening to my staff, Gray, talk about your hangouts, and they're all like, guys, she's just going for broke. It's like every boy she's ever like, she's not holding back. She does. It's so much fun. I think
I don't have a babysitter.
Oh my God,
My
she's
kids-
so big now, Gray.
I know, she's so big. Hi, say hi to everybody.
When I met Gray,
Ah.
Gray had no children. Gray had no children.
I know. I remember when you were first pregnant.
I didn't even know she was barely can tell she was pregnant. She's like super just dolled up, and I'm like, "Are you pregnant? Like, what's
Now
going on
that
here?"
baby is 13 now. Text
And,
him.
and an accomplished artist. And
He's
an
an accom-
accomplished artist.
Yes, he's
Shout out to Tex.
6'1" or something. Yeah, he's
Shout out to Tex. That's crazy.
no, yeah, he's like he's raising a lot of money for charity too. Anyway, but I won't talk about my children. Yeah, now I'm like I had no children. Now I'm like the old woman who lived in a shoe or something. They're just like, anyway,
I don't
but
know
I like
if anybody buys that. Nobody buys that.
No.
this con is like way better than a regular con. I was telling them, I was like, sometimes I pay for 3 days of babysitting 3 children, and it's like a lot of money.
Can't
And then
break
I
even
get,
on that.
I get home and I'm like, I have $300 or whatever, you know. And
I can't believe that you have 3 children now, Gray. I
No.
don't
Wild.
know.
anyway, but
Any
So-
tips for the upcoming women in life?
this is the best job ever, voiceover, for being a mom, because you can play like the teenager and like the boy and the old lady or whatever. You're not going to lose any work because you're pregnant, so that's good.
There you go. Okay.
Done. So
Done.
if you're a woman,
Bye.
you can do everything all at the same time.
Voice acting is the answer to doing everything.
I often tell people in other panels that Gray is like, you know, that the beer commercial where the most interesting man alive. Gray is
Yes.
the most interesting woman alive.
That's what she thinks she is.
Oh, I know she is. I want to put stuff on your wiki page to let people know what's really going on.
Aren't you allowed? I mean, I don't think you can put on your own, but you can put it on there.
I go on Gray's. I
Put
tell
it on my
Gray,
OnlyFans, Dante.
on your OnlyFans. I let people know. I say, I don't think Grey DeLisle owns a pair of pants. I've never seen her in a pair of pants. No denim. She's always in dresses and skirts. And
Okay, I was raised really religious, like Pentecostal, which that turns out, folks. Don't put your kids in.
Yeah, shot against that.
It's terrible. It's gonna be terrible. But we didn't really wear pants, and then so as soon as I was out of church, I was like, "That's it. I'm buying jeans. I'm gonna wear pants. I'm never." And then I was like, I'm all constrained. I don't like this. This is no good. It's not fun. And then you have to coordinate it with stuff.
Gray
like,
don't
what
wear
shirt?
pants. Gray don't
Or
got
those are-
pants.
Now people are like, oh, you put so much effort in, but really, I'm like, no, I just threw on one thing. All I had to match was shoes, and I'm done. So
I said Gray doesn't wear pants, and then Kevin Michael Richards said, and panties either. I was like, damn, Kevin, what the hell?
There we go. Here it is.
secrets out.
Oh man, that's so awesome. So
Not
Jack,
safe for work. Not safe for work. Not safe for work. Sorry.
Too constraining.
Good thing it's Saturday. Good thing it's Saturday.
Yeah, it's a relax.
yes,
It's a relax
it is
time.
a good thing. So Jack, Michaela caught me talking. She came in at like the worst possible time when I tried to watch Avatar, 15 years ago, because all my friends are like, you have to do this, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's the popular thing. And after watching Sokka for the first episode, I was like, I'm never watching this again. That guy's so annoying.
Oh my God, Brad!
I know.
Hold
I
back.
was like, you're
Brad,
gonna
don't hold back.
Okay,
Wow.
Jack,
Wow.
Yeah.
Jack, do you know that
And then Brad has never seen an episode of the show
no,
and brought us here by accident.
I watched every single episode to get ready for this. And do you know, Jack? Hell of a job.
Oh, thank you. I flipped you. I got you to come back around.
You heard
That's how he does it. That's how he does it.
Who's the best part of the Avengers? Let's all be honest. Who are the best part of the Avengers? Black Widow.
Robert Downey Jr. Black Widow.
Black Widow and Hawkeye
No.
are loved by millions of people, and they're the two non-powered humans that are part of the Avengers. And they're
Likes Hawkeye.
what?
Brad,
First of all,
you're trying to
Hawkeye
work a compliment
is
for me.
not
I
deaf.
love it.
Okay.
And I love Jeremy. I love Jeremy. He's cool as hell. But come on, Hawkeye's supposed to be deaf. I don't know what happened to that. And I want that purple headdress. If Hawkeye don't come on with that purple headdress, I don't want that Hawkeye.
All right, here we go. So first, I do love Iron Man. I like jerks because I'm not the nicest person in the
And
world.
and Robert Downey Jr. also doesn't have any powers, Brad.
Yep. Self-made man.
Except his mind.
His money. He got that money.
He got money, but he doesn't have any superpowers. He has money. He has Batman money.
He has Batman money. So you don't think you're gonna not give him intellect on the level of?
Well, Hawkeye does have powers
like
because
advanced.
he has like he's not in the comics. He can't hear, so he's like the Daredevil who can't see but has those extra powers because he does
have like enhanced vision and aim, right? Like he does actually have, but that is like in some sort of superpowery way.
Because he's supposed to be deaf.
Oh, look at Black Widow.
Just so you know, guess what? It is Black Widow, and Hawkeye is the number 2 character, just in case. Just in case.
Wow.
Right? You guys.
All right. Well, then, yeah, it's just like Sokka, and we all agree Sokka's the most.
Okay. but there was so much similarity in that everybody can bend, and at a certain point when you're Sokka, you just have to look at yourself in the iceberg and go, "What the hell, man? Everybody else is just freaking." And there was such a real moment when they failed. Like, oh heck. That hurt. That hurt so hard, Jack.
It could be argued Sokka has intellect superpowers because he did create the submarine.
He invents the sub. He invents Zeppelins, basically. Doesn't
Zeppelin. He invents. I mean, the guy gas. He finds gas out of nowhere. I mean,
pretty good.
The dude's got Einstein ability.
Also, I will say, in fairness, he is kind of annoying at the beginning. Like, he's like a bratty, misogynist older brother who's like a little bossy and whatever. You know, he learns some stuff. Suki straightens him out, and you know, he becomes a better guy.
I love that you're wearing blue for the Water Tribe today.
I want to say that it's very intentional.
Mine
I like the green. I like the red for Fire Nation. I got some red on. I got some Fire Nation red on.
For you, some wood.
Yeah, this is blue. My sound blankets have a lovely, like, sort of ocean pattern.
Yeah.
I
like the Fernie pad. I like the Fernie pad.
Thank you.
I built this really expensive studio for my ex-husband, and then we got divorced. I was like, God dang! I was like so mad about the studio that I built. And then when the world ended, my agent was like, "Do you have a sound studio?" And I was like, "Do I have a sound studio?"
Yeah, that's why I'm just in my closet with sound blankets. But this is
have you guys been to Gray's house? Gray's house is amazing, and that sound studio is. I remember that sound studio when you guys built it at one of the parties. Like, take a tour around my house. I'm like, oh my god, you have a studio. What the hell is going on there?
Now it's Texas art studio, so there's like painting.
Oh, that's so cool though.
He has a soundproof art studio.
Dude,
so we can really yell at it out. Shout at the art. And just go like Barry Jackson Pollock running around the room screaming.
Yeah.
He just started a band, so they're recording in here. I mean, they're doing stuff in here tonight. So right now, my ex-husband, my sweet Texas daddy, Murray Hammond from the old 97s. You want to say hi, Murray?
Hey.
He's setting He's setting up a drum kit behind me for Tex and his band.
I saw his band in that movie. What was that movie? That
band was in? They were in The Breakup. They were
The Breakup. The Breakup, yes.
They were Vince Vaughn's favorite band, so he put him in that movie. That was good.
That's so.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I remember seeing that. I remember seeing him in that movie. That's so cool.
Naked Jennifer Aniston. Okay. Anyway, that made an impression. Impression. Sorry.
I know. I need to do a collab for my merch with Tex. Tex needs to do like a Zuko Fire Nation. Maybe we can do Azula.
I did that hairless cat's voice on Friends, like when Rachel had this hairless cat. And so when Murray met her, he was like, I was nervous because she was a celebrity, he's like, I just went into this. I just started going, my wife was your cat. My wife was your cat, and she was just like, okay, cool. Well, okay, nice meeting you. She's like, I was like, what? Why did I say that? I don't know.
Damn. It happens.
My wife was your cat.
My wife was your cat.
I'm sure she hears a lot of weird stuff.
That's probably not the weirdest one. That's definitely not the weirdest one.
Can I be your cat? Can I be your cat? I would like to be your cat.
This is the hell of a panel, Brad. Brad, you lost.
Yeah, very focused.
You totally lost control of the panel. It's all over the place.
I want to see how long Brad's list of like topics and questions were, and if we ever start that list, or if we just roll for an hour.
Look, Gray is clearly a very big personality, so I have to respect the game. Gray, she knows how to walk into a room, so I'm not going to step in the. I've seen all the seasons, every episode. I saw it. I'm not getting banished, you guys.
She was the Fire Lord for a very short time.
Short.
Very short time, Azula.
I'm still the Fire Lord. I still refer to myself as the Fire Lord.
Okay. Oh man, so good. Michaela.
Yeah.
Toph is one. I have
like Michaela.
Yes.
the Jessie urge so much because everything that I did when we put it all together was like Jessie. And then all of a sudden, like Topher's like calling me and he's texting me and he's like, Michaela. And I was like, I need to know who Michaela is because I'm so lost right now that if you don't figure me out, I'm going to lose it. And he's like, oh, it's the same person. So I was like,
very confusing, Brad.
It is.
A very young child. Her name is Jessie Flowers.
Jessie Flower.
We all know her Jessie Flowers. And sometime, were you in the studio that day, Jack? We're like, what's your name? Her real name is Michaela Murphy. We're like, that name is the most amazing name I've ever heard.
Name. Very cool name. Also,
I got so annoyed. I didn't realize how much of a pain it would be later on for people to put two and two together. But yeah, I don't know. I don't
love how your mom was like, what do you want to be called? You're like, Jessie Flowers.
I love that though.
And it's very beautiful. It's
very sweet.
young.
You couldn't lose either way. They were both good.
Welcome.
I also enjoyed that Dante, whenever you talk about Michaela's other name, you're saying it wrong. But we're just rolling. It's Jessie Flower, singular.
Oh, it's one
but it's
flower.
like, but it's a weird position to like correct
garden, Michaela. I think you like garden, a whole bouquet.
But I get it. Michaela's not going to be like, no, the name I made up was like it's tough to correct somebody on. It's not my name. But
people see that's the funny thing is I did that to make it easier so that everyone would spell it and say it correctly, and it still didn't happen. So there's
obviously Jessie Flowers.
Oh man, I did the same thing when I started like building the graphics and things like that, and they're like, "There's no S on this." Like, it's so you're right.
You were writing Michaela Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh man, but the best is like getting ready and like watching over and over again Michaela just telling the story, and like my favorite part is like 6-year-old me. This is like you've like thrown 6-year-old you under the bus so many times. Yeah.
This is real. This is me.
It sounds like a name a 6-year-old would have called themselves.
Yeah, Jessie Flower. See, it's different when an 18 and up-year-old is called.
It could be an exotic dancer.
Correct, and that is why as soon as I got to 18,
or a mob person like a hitman like Jessie Flowers. Like you don't want Jessie Flowers to visit you, or you're gonna get flowers.
You're gonna wind up in the flower bed.
Pushing up
Jessie
Daisy.
Flowers visits you, and then your mom gets a bouquet of flowers. You know what I mean?
And anyone on my art team is watching. I need a shirt. I need a Jessie Flower Mafia shirt. Pushing up daisies. Man, all right. I gotta.
Should that be included? I'm releasing some merch.
Jessie Flowers in the house.
Should that be in the next capsule? I'll make like
Forget about it. Mary Elizabeth says, I have the Mandela effect with Jessie Flowers. I don't know. Maybe it was Jessie Flowers and you changed it.
No, I was very, very, very specific because my mother asked me and I was like, no, I'm one flower. I'm the flower. It's one.
It's not a rose. It's not a daisy. It's not a lily. It's not a...
It's a tulip.
It's a tulip.
Was that the flower? It was a tulip?
That's one of my favorite. That's my favorite.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. So Michaela Murphy stands tulips. Like, that's Oh man, that was one of my favorite. Was that last night, Michaela, that you offered to be wedded to the next person that would take you to New Zealand? Or was that
that was Olivia.
I was like, I don't recall, but maybe I said
Olivia, that was Olivia.
But will you honor the commitment, Michaela?
I guess I will have to
what you said.
Mr. and Mrs. Flowers, please. Let's go to New Zealand for the honeymoon.
Honestly, hey, I'm down for that. If we just fly everybody out to New Zealand, then yes. If you can fly everybody out, I'll get married too. We'll live in New Zealand.
Olivia's talking about getting married. She has a husband.
I know. I was like, did Olivia?
Jeff is your
But
husband.
not in New Zealand.
She's straight up, Michaela. She's straight up, like dead in the camera. Was like, if you take me away to New Zealand, I'm yours. Like it was amazing. I don't know what it is that's going in the water in New Zealand, but women are ready to marry any person that will take them there.
Yeah, because we want to get out of America.
Yes, that's totally. I was talking to somebody today and I was just like, I feel like I'm so boring now because I speak English and I kind of speak Chinese and very, very, very basic French. That's it. But my voice is boring. I'm in this weird country that no one likes right now. I don't
you graduated from Yale. Next.
That doesn't help me either because now everybody's paying to get into those schools now. So now they're like,
really?
Did you really graduate from Yale?
I did.
What?
Yeah.
What is your degree in?
I did a theater and film double, and I started as econ and math, and I liked it, but then I was like, I don't want to be a professor, and I don't know. So then I went back
I don't
to
know what you're talking about.
Do you trade at all, Michaela? Do you trade stocks or options?
Very, very, very basic levels. I'm still learning. I'm not making any crazy moves, but I have some conservative,
So if I say like, what's GE? What is GE trading at right now? What's its PE like?
No. I'm not at that level.
Do you guys want it? So when I my old life,
You want some shares of GE? Let's go.
You give away shares of GE? I'll take some Tesla stock if you're at it. You got some stuff.
Yeah, I did. Whenever in March, I was like, hold on a second. Tesla's really, 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 really low. And I was like, I'm going to play like mini baller version. And I just like, tossed $100 and then it went up like 400%. And I was like, I was right. I did one right. Yay.
And then you get out? Did you get out?
I did.
Yes. So in my old life, you guys, Jim Cramer emailed me and asked me to write for thestreet.com. I was almost a famous Wall Street trader. It was back in 2011 when the world blew up, when the U.S. government's like, you know what, guys? What if we just don't pay the interest on U.S. treasuries? Like, what if we just don't? You don't want to raise the debt ceiling? What if we just don't pay? And then the S&P downgraded the U.S. debt, and we lost our AAA credit rating. And that was kind of the beginning, you guys. 2011 was kind
of. It's all panda math. It's all panda math, Brad. I don't know.
The answer is always 4. Brad, I don't know if you knew that, but the answer is always 4. Dante figured it out. The answer is always 4.
What?
It's always 4.
Yeah.
Dante, can you take us through that math, Dante?
It's new panda math. It's
if you do the math and it doesn't come out 4, you're just not done yet.
You're not done yet.
You haven't seen the journey through to the end. Keep going. You'll find the 4.
So Jack, tell me about Jack and Chris. I gotta know. I watched a ton of Jack and Chris.
Chris and Jack is my YouTube channel.
You watched a ton.
Well, we don't say the name a lot. It's fine.
Well, I think I've already proven that me and names just don't.
Chris and Jack and Jessie Flowers are So Chris and Jack is my YouTube sketch channel that I do with a buddy. We've been doing them for like 5 years, and now there's like a whole back catalog. Dante's in one.
I'm in an episode.
Check him out.
And there's some other actors on the panel. You can get Gray. Would be great.
I would do it. I'm here.
Please, I'll find something.
Michaela.
We'll find something.
So,
absolutely.
How did Chris get top billing above you, Jack? That's what I want to know.
Is it alphabetical?
I just like the I like phonetically. I like the hard in and out of Chris and Jack, as opposed to like Jack and Chris. Feels like it just sort of floats through.
And Chris and Jack.
I feel like that. Like
Starting with me, that makes sense.
Nice because the your mouth is already where it's supposed to be for the Jack.
And
so
Jack,
like smooth and Jack.
Like I was hard pitching Chris up front.
Really? Even though you do like
very
Jack,
Sokka thing to do. It's a very Sokka thing to do.
You could do Jack and Coke, like Jack and Coke jokes, like Jack and Chris. You can
Jack and Coke, Jack and Chris.
You could have your own.
Oh my God!
Drink.
How did we leave that on the table?
I don't
We've
know.
Been missing out for years.
all the merch you could have sold.
Oh my gosh!
But now we've got Chris and Jack. We get crack. And so some of our fans.
Cracker Jack.
If you baptize Jack in an episode, you could christen Jack.
Boom!
Oh my gosh, you can Kristen Jack.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Fantastic.
I'm very Catholic.
I love it. I love it.
Same. I don't know how I missed that.
I'm also Catholic, but not very.
So how did you meet Chris?
Chris and I went to college together. We were at UCLA doing. We actually had very briefly met through a mutual friend on the set of another Nickelodeon show I was on in high school. All that. Chris was friends with met through that.
That little show, all that.
And then reconnected at yes, I did like 4 years of that show. And then we reconnected at college. He was at UCLA a year or two ahead of me. And then I went there and we started doing sketch and improv together there, and have gone like then just sort of like stayed in each other's creative orbit. Like I would go off and do shows, and he's a Blue Man from the Blue Man Group. So he was like,
Really?
yeah. So he was like off on tour for like a couple of years with them, and then we just always stay working together, stay writing. And so then he moved back to LA after a long stint with Blue Man and was like, let's let's start doing.
It's an awesome channel. Go follow the channel.
So
And I'm
cool.
telling you, Gray, Michaela, when you're guys in LA, you should do a sketch with them because they're really good. And
Now-
they're really professional. They don't take your whole day. You're in and out.
No.
I would totally do it.
Let's do it.
I've been doing virtuals, like, because like, Gary Anthony Williams does like a thing where you record all your lines at home with your phone, and then he does like improv with you, like you just say random stuff, and then
That's
he just,
fun.
like, figures out what to say next to it. It's
Gray,
That's
watch
fun.
their original video, the Chris and Jack, the White. It's called the White Room.
Yeah. That was our first. That was our first.
Watch
sketch.
the White Room video.
Oh,
It's crazy.
Check out the White Room, and then check out Perfect Timing Villain, which
Third Time
John
Villain's
Drizzt.
also very fun. I'm in it, but the White Room will blow your mind. You're like, what the hell is this?
with
Oh,
black curtains.
It's 2.4 million views. So I mean that's
Wow.
impressive. That's like really
Yeah, that was our inaugural one, and that was sort of before we decided to do a channel.
Oh,
basically.
really?
It was like we made that sketch, and then we put that out, and that did well. So we were like, "Oh, I guess yeah, we could make some of this." Yeah,
I know. I'm trying to figure out, like, I don't know if we should make. I've kind of been wanting to make a YouTube channel, but then I was like, I don't know if I should make a YouTube channel. If I should just like post it on Reels now and like Instagram. Like, I don't know. There's so many different venues.
I don't know. It's
I was doing TikTok. My TikTok outscaled my Instagram in like less than a week.
what are you at on TikTok right now, Dante?
At Rufio Zuko.
No, I'm saying like what is your count at? What are your
like
stats?
over 200,000, like 212 or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's so weird what TikTok is. My son like took off on TikTok, and he was really funny, and he had like tons and tons and tons. And then like he didn't do it for a month, and he just like dropped it. He's like, oh, I was TikTok famous for a minute, and then
It's like one of those you have to keep feeding it.
it's
Content is that way though. I mean,
Yeah.
Jack, I would imagine you guys feel that. How often do you upload to Chris and Jack?
yeah. I mean, that's certainly like majorly has inhibited our growth, as we kind of never the most we were like at the height of releasing, we were doing one a month, and then slowed down from there. More recently, made a bunch more. So this year we've been like once every like 7 weeks or so.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely like it's tough to grow
Yeah.
real big on YouTube without.
Yes, without uploading. I almost want to say, Jack, it's daily. If you want to win at YouTube,
And that's just like so like you see our sketches, they're like, we really craft them.
Yeah.
They're like real high production value stuff. So like the turnaround time for us on these is like we're just like we at the beginning we're like the thing that we are excited about doing on YouTube is not the thing that necessarily is like the
But
YouTube thing.
What do you call you got to have your intern do all the BTS stuff, so it's another thing behind it, and then you do the Q&A on the video that came out last month, and then
we were doing in between stuff for a while where we would like put our main sketch out and then do like BTS stuff on interstitial weeks, but like it's a lot, and also like we just like weren't getting anywhere near as many views on the smaller ones, and it kind of kills the algorithm. Where like if we didn't, and it was like once a month we'd release a thing that would get like 100,000 views, but then in between release like a thing that gets like 10,000 views, it would just tank. I don't know.
feel you.
I don't know.
That's
We
interesting.
just honestly, it's a truly, genuinely not really about that for us. We like mostly use it as like a place to interact with, like to build kind of a little community around our sketches, and we use it as like portfolio stuff to then, you know, for other writing and directing work and stuff. It's sort of like we're doing it because we like it, and we don't expect it to make us monies, and it isn't.
Okay, great.
We have a Patreon now, and that's kind of going all right.
Great. Do you have a big project that you work on? Do you have like what is your pet project? What is your passion?
Well, I still do music. I'm putting out a retrospective of music that I was unreleased in the past. So,
Gray's a Grammy Award winner. I mean, let's not hold anything back. Gray's a Grammy Award winning artist, the world's most interesting woman. That's one of the things out there you need to know.
I let Tex do the record cover, and we're putting it out in February. And so,
that's so cool.
Yeah, so cool. Of course, anyway, but
Gray plays the harpsichord.
The auto harp.
Auto harp. She plays the auto harp.
Yeah. On Instagram, every now and again, I'll just like plunk something out and put it out. So I'm just like little. It's like folk music. It's like mountain music. It's like the Carter Family, Johnny Cash, like that kind of music. So
I love it.
Yeah. It's funny because people that know me from music don't know that I do cartoons.
Really?
There's a girl that has, you know, and they're like, it's such a weird name. We were wondering if it's the same person. I'm like, yeah, it's me. And they're like, oh my God, that's so funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
She's an enigma, y'all.
When I used to be touring before I had kids, I would fly. I would do cartoons all week. Then Friday mornings, I wouldn't work on Fridays. I'd fly Friday morning, do a show Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, fly home, and then be doing cartoons the next week. And so, yeah, when I was
that literally sounds perfect. And I was like, I just started doing live shows in New York, and I just started getting to the thing where like Fridays and Saturdays I would like be singing, and then during the days I'd be like at an audition or like taking ballet or something, and I was like, this is perfect. This is like what I want. This like
I love that. Oh, I wanted to give you props for not wearing like a Yale shirt, because if I went to Yale, I would have all of the you would not even have to ask me, because I would
I would have just gotten the tattoo on my forehead.
I'd be like, I went to Yale. It's Gray. Hi, I went to Yale. Anyway, so yeah, there would be never anybody going, wait, you went to Yale? That would never happen. Everyone would know.
Well, it's in my, I think it's in my, oh no, I think I took it out. It was in my bio on Instagram for a little bit, but I guess people don't look at those things, so.
Take it out. Put that shit in there. I'm sorry. Put it in there.
What's that?
Brag.
I don't think anyone's going to think that the word shit is the most offensive thing you've said here.
No.
People are much more scandalized by the wet dream chat than the word shit.
Yeah.
Zuko's wet dream of his sister. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
My 6-year-old said the S word the other day, and I said, and he was like, "Mom, I'm sorry." And I said, "Now you have to spell it." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Spell it." I was like, what is that? Like, what? And he's like, S-H. And I was like, mm-hmm. And then what? And he's like, I. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, T. And I was like, yay. We're homeschooling. I gotta
Beautiful.
Now try the F word. Now try the F word.
If you can spell it, you're not in trouble. But if you can't spell it, you're in trouble.
I used to be able to, I was allowed to watch movies if I read the book. Like if it was based on a book and it was rated like PG-13 or R when I was younger. If I read the book, then I could watch the movie, and that was like a homeschooling move. Oh, hello!
This is our little person who, remember I had you spell that bad word that you said the other day? He runs away.
So, Michaela, did you intentionally then, were you like, I really want to watch this movie, go to the library, was that your...
That for only like 2 movies.
Did you watch it? Did you read it? Did you watch it and read it?
Wait, you mean like the movie or like
the Stephen King book?
No, I did not. That was not
that book. Read that book.
I will now. I didn't even know about that. It was more like
a little crazy. Just a little crazy, that book.
What were your 2?
Seabiscuit was one of them, and then the other one.
Seabiscuit?
Yeah, Seabiscuit's a book.
A horse riding book.
Is Seabiscuit rated R?
What?
I don't remember Seabiscuit well.
Did you watch Whisker Biscuit?
Because that's different.
That was the rated R. That was the rated R one.
Whisker Biscuit rated X, I think.
And that book is a tough read. That book is a tough read, Whisker Biscuit.
It's PG-13. I don't remember what the other one was.
Oh man, guys, I can't do Tobey Maguire.
Why not?
He's terrible. Like as Spider-Man, like it is.
He's actually the perfect Spider-Man. He's like a really smart guy, and he's like kind of nerdy, but all right.
No, but
he's the most popular Spider-Man.
no way.
Wow.
I like that he's the least genuinely charismatic. Like I think that's actually like good casting. I think like having him be like a sort of a weird kid is
But
appropriate.
Tom Holland is super awkward, and which nails Peter Parker because when you put on the suit, have you guys read the comics? Anyone read the Spider-Man? He's so funny. You put that suit on, you will not get a laugh over on Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's witty. He's witty for sure.
And Tobey Maguire.
But Tobey was, out of all the Spider-Man, he was like the actual nerdiest. Which Peter Parker's a nerd. So like the other guys don't really look like nerds. They're like, you guys aren't nerds. You guys aren't really nerds.
But Andrew Garfield has quite a 5 head. Okay, anyway.
And the thing about Tobey, and Tobey's like my generation of young Hollywood, so we all kind of partied together and went to clubs together when we were kids. So Tobey back in the day, he used to date for a long time Rashida Jones. Like that was his girlfriend for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so for Tobey to get Rashida Jones, you're like, even though you're a nerd, there's something about you, dude. You got something because you're dating Rashida. And so that's very Peter Parker. There's something Peter Parker about that.
Rashida Jones spoke at my the year before I graduated. She spoke at our high school graduation because her dad
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones went to
her dad is
like
Quincy Jones.
He should just be he's just Rashida's dad. He's just Rashida's dad.
When I'm talking to Rashida, he's Rashida's dad. When I'm talking to him, he's Quincy Jones.
My son just rushed over here to tell me that Garfield lives with John. Because I had said Garfield. He's like, tell me that Garfield lives with John. And I was like, what? And he's like, you said Garfield. I was like, oh, Andrew Garfield.
I do love Garfield. One of my favorite.
Yeah. Is it really? Like straight up, you're a Garfield guy?
I was a Garfield guy. I used to buy, in school, you can buy those. The book club came out once a month, and you could. I'd only buy Garfield books. I'd always buy that little thin Garfield book, and I had all of them.
I never got into Garfield because I just friggin' love Mondays, and I can't stand the slander of Mondays. No.
I love lasagna. I love lasagna.
Do you really?
Garfield. Yeah, I love Garfield. Odie.
Lasagna.
I love the art of Garfield. I've never seen a cat that looked like Garfield, but in the comics, it looked cool. No cats look like that.
I feel like there's so little cooking involved in lasagna. Like it is one of the laziest things that you just like put it all in a container or like.
Wow.
Hardy,
depends what
so
you're.
Hardy.
Are you not making the sauce? Then that's lazy.
No,
but if you're making nice Sunday gravy, that friggin' takes
gravy.
6 hours.
It's so New York. You just see flowers with the gravy. It's basically an Italian casserole, right? That's basically
it is.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. I don't know. And for me, like for 30 years, I couldn't use the oven because I'm like, what goes on in there? Like I put it in and then I
lived in my place for 10 years and I never used the oven until COVID hit.
What do you do with it now?
Now I do stuff. I cook stuff. I can do things now. I can do all kinds of
what
things.
What do you put in the oven? Oven's hard. Oven's hard.
I mean, I've baked some chicken wings. I've done some. I usually use the top of the stove. I do cookies and stuff.
So have you discovered the broiler yet?
That's what
the broiler. I do baked potatoes. That's the one thing I do a lot. I bake
Okay.
potatoes. Last 15 minutes of the hour, move it from the oven to the broiler.
15 minutes on the broiler.
15
dude.
Minutes, 15
That's
minutes
aggressive. Love it.
Yeah. I like the crispiness on the end.
Jack, are you an oven guy, Jack?
I bake a lot. I make a lot of I bake a lot of cookies and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just cook in general a fair amount.
Okay.
My wife and I are both like just really into cooking, and this period has been
Same.
great with that regard. It's
What's
just
your
like
go-to?
no.
Like
What's
what?
that?
What's in? If you were being honest with yourself, what's in too many of your dishes? What's the one thing you're like, oh, I got to use this ingredient?
I mean, everything's got olive oil and everything's got garlic powder and everything's got an absurd amount of salt.
Very Italian of you.
Yeah.
I'm a snob. I won't use oil other than olive oil. That vegetable oil stuff.
Oh well, that's not just snobbiness. You gotta expand a little because olive oil has a very low smoke point. So some things you need to go with a high smoke point oil, like a nice grape seed or something.
I cook everything on high, I put everything in olive oil, and I bring the Schlotsky's hot sauce.
Don't do it.
Dude,
I almost burnt my house down.
Everything on high. What?
I
I
remember
tried to cook an artichoke, and it
Artichoke journey.
friggin' I almost blew my house up.
like you just forgot the oven was on?
No, just if you put it on high the whole time on the broiler, there's just all your water evaporates, and then you just start killing your pot. But
Yep.
I didn't know that.
What if you're doing like chicken in a pan? You're doing that on
Yeah,
high?
High. Oh,
You're gonna dry that thing out like
dry it
nobody's
out.
business, man.
you just flash it, and then you put it over
Oh.
to the side.
No,
I
low
bought
and
these-
slow.
I bought new
man.
pans. I bought new pans, cast iron pots and pans. You're
Nice.
supposed to use it on medium flame because those things get real hot.
Yes.
I didn't know that, but now I
And
do.
you keep it a little oily.
Oh,
And you never soap it. You know
Yeah.
this, right? With cast iron, you never want to put soap.
I'm soaping it. I'm soaping it.
Don't soap it, dude.
I'm gonna soap it. I'm not out
Don't
here not
soap it.
soaping stuff.
Don't soap it. You're ruining it.
I'm not ruining it. I'm
From the bag.
Okay,
That's
if
like
you
one of
soaped it, here's what you gotta do. You can reset it. It's not too late. You gotta season the pan. You gotta scour it. Okay, you gotta like
I'm not
hard
scouring
scrub
it.
it.
I'm not
Then
scouring it.
fill it with like olive oil and salt and just like put it alone in the oven for
Yeah.
like 2 hours to like re-season it. You gotta like, this is the reason people love cast iron skillet
Yes.
is
Because
because it,
the flavors retain.
Yes. Don't clean your cast iron.
I mean,
Great.
clean it. You clean it. Don't
Well,
soap
You
it.
wipe it down. You wipe
You
it
wipe
out.
it. Yeah.
Maybe.
My grandma's tortilla pan. She had this special tortilla pan, and everybody was like, well, "How can you get your tortillas so good?" And she was like, "I don't know." She knew the secret.
She
And then
knew.
when she died, I got the tortilla pan. So
Hey.
So,
It's a
Greg, what's
monstrosity.
your go-to? Do you have a go-to? Like, this is how you cook?
Well, I cook a lot, but I cook the stuff that makes you gigantic because I'm Mexican, but then my grandma's a Texan as well, so it's like I know how to do chicken and dumplings, and then like just really good my macaroni and cheese. Like my friends, like I use when people have a baby, I make this amazing, and I use like Gruyere cheese and like all these special. I put a little bit of nutmeg in it, which people are like, "What is that?" Like
Nutmeg's a nice
extra
herb.
little. It's amazing.
Do you do my mac and cheese move is mustard, and I've only picked that up more recently.
Oh no!
But I throw some Dijon in there, and it gives a little bit of vinegar, real nice.
I like the grilled onions. If you just kind of like caramelize onions and toss them into the mac and cheese, that's what I've been doing recently.
Well, my bread topping is what people. I don't do that like Progresso. You know, like the.
No.
I pull out the inside of sourdough bread, smother it in butter, and then make like a topping. And then when you put it in, it's just like the sourdough crust that's just like it's really good.
Sounds nice, Gray.
Before I go to anybody else's house, I'm coming to Gray's house when I get to LA first.
Party at your house
I want to
again?
have another baby just so you'll drop that macaroni and cheese off at my house again.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
ready. I'm ready.
I think I'm just gonna give you the
I'll get started.
Michaela, what's your go-to?
My go-to thing that I cook or bake or whatever.
It's just gotta be in there.
The first thing that I actually ever baked, and funnily enough, I actually wrote my college essay on it, was an apple pie. I really wanted to be good at making apple pies.
You wrote your college essay at Yale on an apple pie?
I did.
Wow.
So yeah,
They let you do that at Yale?
they do. They actually have kitchens in each of the residential colleges, like for students to like bake things. Anyway, so yeah. Yes, that was like my go-to is like, oh, what do you want to like make? And I just kind of want to make an apple pie, and it's perfect because we just got apples like from a close by here, so it's time. It's apple season, everyone. It's
So
time.
are you gonna make one? Because like I don't. It's apple pie is probably the greatest thing to ever come out.
I do love apple pie.
Yeah, right.
Agreed.
Yeah, right.
I hear some of these Yale stories, Jack, and I think that you and I could have went to Yale.
Anybody could go to Yale.
I knew how to bake. I could have gone to Yale.
I got apple pie up the sleeve. What's going on here?
I kind of want to do a YouTube video where Michaela, I go to your house to pick up the apple pie, and then I drive it to Dante and Gray and Jack. I kind of want.
I've been making mini apple pies with just getting the pie crust and just putting it in like little muffin tins. And then I like make them for my kids. Like we'll eat like, just these little tiny mini apple pies. Before if we're talking cooking, I just bought an ice cream maker.
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing in the
This
whole
is one of my favorite things in the world.
Just like hit a button.
I've been adding pudding, like instant Jello pudding mix to it.
It's like custard. It's like custard ice cream. I love custard.
Yeah.
Are you doing like an egg custard, like a cooked base, or are you doing like?
Oh, it's so easy. Okay, you get the ice cream maker. I pour in the cream. I pour in the milk. 1 packet of this is my favorite recipe so far. 1 packet of the vanilla instant Jello pudding mix. And then it just starts, it starts making it. And then it's like 25 minutes. It just swirls it around until it becomes like ice cream. And at the very end, I add in broken up vanilla wafers and broken up pieces of banana. And it is like banana cream pudding ice cream. Oh my God. It's just so good.
That sounds
I did a con in North Dakota one time, and I was like walking around the little village in Cedar Rapids, whatever the Rapids calls. Rapid City. And then the ice cream place there, I walked in and they had a Fire Nation ice cream.
What?
In the thing. They made a special Fire Nation ice cream that week because they knew I was in town.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Rad.
Give me a double scoop of that bad boy.
That's
Very
so
cool.
cool.
What was?
There was something spicy in there for sure. I don't know if it was Red Hots. I think it was Red Hots or something was in there. That was hot. It was good.
Azula made it. There was a little bit of pee-pee. I hope you liked it. Hope you liked it.
Azula.
Sure.
Oh my
Azula. We realized we're watching the show again, and so we've had Olivia plays Ty Lee on the show.
Yeah.
And we're saying how mean Azula is to her friends. I mean, you're literally
awful.
forcing all your. First of all, May's only there to hang out with Zuko. She's like, I'm gonna go with Zula just so I can kick it with Zuko. And then Ty Lee, you almost kill Ty Lee if she doesn't join your girl gang. You're like, fuck it.
Yeah. That was
what it wants. The heart wants what it wants. So
crazy.
I know you love May. That relationship, you guys, when May saved everybody at the prison.
Oh my gosh.
No,
right? Tell me that gets you.
I'm a sucker for Zutara just because, first of all, me and May did we have such a great relationship. We did American Dragon Jake Long. Me and Jack and May saw each other every day during the shoot of this. So I love Zutara. And she's the girl next door. I ship Zutara forever. But I do say, if I was in the club and May, I'm gotta holler at May. May's the girl talking shit about everybody with all the mean girls, and it'd be sooner or later I'd have to make my way over there to be like, hey yo, what's your name? What's going on?
She I love part of the reason, Jack, I love Sokka so much is that I was
eventually.
Yeah.
15 years later, Jack. It only took him 15 years to get around to it.
I was so convinced that Sokka was a waste of screen time that there's such a journey from
waste of screen time. Sokka. What?
But that's my favorite character. And it definitely should be renamed Zuko's Journey. Aang's in it, but it's definitely about Zuko. But when May cuts that line, I was like, you don't know. I think one of the greatest things about the show is the writing is so good that you don't know if Zuko's going to come around. You don't even know if Aang's going to get his head out of his ass and stop being a dick to Toph. The Toph, I
always ship Toph and Aang together for some reason.
Do you?
Am I crazy?
No. Because
that was my
way about that. Because also at the beginning there was some tension. We were the first people to interact between Aang tribe and Toph, and then at dinner we were throwing things at each other and bickering, and we were like, hey, I have to talk to you, and I was just like, leave me alone, and there was all this back and forth. So
and he sees that vision of her before we meet her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I remember one thing.
Look, hey, you remember lots of things. You remember lots of things.
You're Sokka. You remember all of it.
I love Sokka so much. He really is. And I think it's a testament, Jack. It really was a hell of a job.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I genuinely I do truly think that character evolves in really cool ways.
So much.
Yeah, I think there's fun stuff at the beginning too, but I love seeing him grow and develop, and I adore. Well, it was such a pleasant surprise to starting that show. The amount of serialization on that show was not particularly common for Nickelodeon shows at the time. So I did not sign up thinking we were gonna get this big long arc, and it's really cool.
Well, we had this man up in this. So this Zuko is actually in the corner here on Team Avatar, and I remembered when we had I did the print because I needed to make fans happy, and fans kept asking for Avatar stuff at conventions. So we're like, fine, we'll do this print. And then I wondered, I wouldn't ask the artist, I wouldn't ask Alyssa, like, why is Zuko there? Because isn't he the bad guy? Because I didn't want it spoiled. Like, I just, in my heart of hearts, one day I was Avatar, and I wanted that authentic journey. And it was, I think everyone has, I'm tempted to say, like, Azula doesn't have a journey, but Azula goes from like here to like way over here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, did you see from the moment that you start, did you see like where Azula ended?
Well, I've never watched the series.
Oh.
I know, it's terrible.
She's too busy. She's too busy.
She came on honor.
She's in a
Can I
band.
tell a quick story about Greg? She came on the Honor Society stream back in the day when we first did
That
the
was
Let's
the
Watch
first
It.
time I saw anything. Was with
And Gray, again, a part of the world's most interesting woman. She's like, I've never seen the show. I don't remember anything. I said, don't worry about it. I've never seen it either. I don't know anything. And then she gets down. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, Grey DeLisle. Right when Azula first comes on at the beginning of book 2, and then she slides over my couch as she comes on the screen, and then she just starts saying the lines of Azula in perfect timing. And I'm looking at her like, I thought you said you don't know.
I know
You
my
might have-
part.
You have a photographic memory, Gray? Gray, do you have a photographic memory of certain things?
Do you?
Maybe.
You
I
might.
remember lines, and but I mean, and also like I meet so many fans that like I learned them for the fans, and I watch clips. You
The
know,
first line, she just comes out like she rehearsed it. I'm like, I don't remember. I watched the show, and I think to myself, I don't remember saying that ever in my life.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
well, try being in a relationship with me, Dante, because I'll remember all the shit you did. That's not what you said. Anyway.
Okay, this has been a blast, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. We have to jump from here to the first VIP. So Gray, I will see you in a minute, and we get to hang out with Gray and Uncle Iroh. It's both ends of the spectrum. I'm so excited to see like Uncle
Those
Iroh,
two dragons.
right? Yeah, I can't wait. Okay, so I will see the rest of you guys at the other VIP. For those of you who bought any ticket, any hangout, any autograph, all that stuff, we'll see you over in the first VIP, and then there'll be another one right after that. Dante, Jack, Michaela, thank you. We'll see you in an hour.
Not too late to grab more hangs.
No,
Get
not
some hangs.
There's so much more going on today, you guys. You can book right now. Behind this wall, this metal wall.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, Jack.
There's
I
a
haven't had it.
There's a Okay, we'll see you guys in the panel. Thank you guys so much.
Later.
Bye.